Argentina's Cristina Fernandez de Kirchner exits in handover spat. Cristina Fernandez de Kirchner has left the Argentine presidency, but is refusing to attend a ceremony to hand over to her successor Mauricio Macri. The outgoing left-wing leader and the center-right president-elect disagree over where the ceremony should be held. Ms. Fernandez bid farewell to a large crowd of her supporters in an emotional speech on Wednesday. She urged people to take to the streets if they felt betrayed by the new center-right government. Mr. Macri is now being driven to Congress in a horseback parade, with thousands of people lining the streets. He will take his oath of office before legislators at noon local time, 1500 hours GMT. Following his inaugural speech, he will then travel to the presidential palace where he will receive the presidential session baton. Ms. Fernandez had insisted that the handover should also take place in Congress, where her party holds a majority of seats. She argued that both she and her husband and predecessor in office, Néstor Kirchner, had received the symbols of power in Congress and it had therefore become a tradition to be followed. Mr. Macri argued that according to presidential protocol, the handover should be held in the presidential palace, as it did before 2003. Local media reported that Mr. Macri's decision was probably driven not just by tradition but also by a concern that followers of Ms. Fernandez could disrupt the ceremony in Congress. Aides to Mr. Macri said they feared her party could fill the gallery with her hardcore supporters. Annoyed by Mr. Macri's insistence, Ms. Fernandez announced she would skip both ceremonies altogether. Mr. Macri's party in turn sought a court injunction affirming that Ms. Fernandez's term ended at midnight on Wednesday to settle the matter. As a result, power was temporarily transferred to Senate Speaker Federico Pinedo, who is acting as head of state for 12 hours until Mr. Macri's inauguration. Argentines have been mocking what many of them see as an unbecoming rollover protocol. Many posted unflattering photographs of Ms. Fernandez on Twitter under the hashtag CF Global Shame. They also expressed surprise that the official Twitter account for the Argentine presidency, @CasaRoaster, had been turned into a Twitter tribute to Ms. Fernandez and her late husband, called @CasaRosada 2003-2015. Ms. Fernandez and Néstor Kirchner held power in Argentina for those 12 years. President for all Argentines. In his inaugural speech, Mr. Macri is expected to call for unity and reconciliation. The conservative politician is not only inheriting a nation divided into supporters and opponents of Ms. Fernandez but also burdened with a host of economic problems, correspondents say.